In the beginning, there was only darkness, no form, no sky, no sound, just an endless, silent void stretching in every direction. Darkness covered the deep waters like a heavy cloak, and creation waited in stillness. But into that silence, God spoke, "Let there be light," and in an instant, light exploded across the darkness, a burst of brilliance racing like fire through the deep. The void trembled, the waters glowed. The first dawn of existence shattered the endless night. Light stood on one side, darkness on the other, and God separated them. The light he called day, the darkness he called night, and time began, evening and morning, and the evening and the morning were the first day. The voice of God thundered once more. The deep trembled. Waters lifted, rising in great walls of light. From the roar of the oceans, he stretched his hand and divided them, above and below, setting a firm place between. Lightning flashed through the mist. Winds began to move for the first time. The lower waters sank and gathered. The upper waters shimmered like glass. And God called the space between them heaven, a sea above the sea, a realm of light beyond reach. Angels watched in silence as blue flooded creation, painting the sky for the first time. The heavens sang, the waters rested, and God saw that it was good, and the evening and the morning were the second day. On the third day, the world was nothing but endless water, no land, no mountains, no fields, just a silent ocean beneath an empty sky. But then God spoke. At his word, the waters pulled back like armies retreating. Deep oceans gathered into their places, and for the first time in history, the earth rose. Wet stones split the surface. Dark soil met sunlight. Mountains climbed toward the sky. Valleys sank low. The world was taking shape, not by chance, but by command. He called the dry ground earth. He called the gathered waters seas. Creation now had borders, foundation, and purpose, but the land was still empty. No grass, no trees, no life. Then God spoke again, "Let the earth bring forth grass, seed, and fruit." And the land obeyed. The soil cracked open, not in destruction, but in birth. Green blades rose across the hills like a living carpet. Trees pushed upward, roots gripping deep, branches reaching for light. Forests formed, shade appeared. The earth began to breathe. Fruit swelled on branches, sweet, colorful, full of seed and future. Flowers opened across the land in colors the world had never seen. Life did not just appear, it multiplied. The world that was once empty now overflowed with beauty, order, and abundance. A home prepared before anyone arrived, and God saw that it was good. And the evening and the morning were the third day. On the fourth day, the sky had light, but no ruler. Day and night existed, but nothing defined them. Then God spoke, "Let there be lights in the heavens to separate day from night, to mark seasons, days, and years." And the empty sky came alive. God made the greater light to rule the day. The sun erupted in brilliance, flooding the earth with fire and glory. Then he made the lesser light to rule the night. The moon rose in silence, soft and silver, guiding the darkness. And he scattered the stars across the heavens, billions of flames, galaxies spinning, patterns forming in the night. The lights in the sky became signs and timekeepers. Day and night, summers and winters, days and generations. The world now had rhythm. Time had begun, and God saw that it was good. And the evening and the morning were the fourth day. On the fifth day, the seas and skies were ready, but they were empty. No movement, no sound, no life. Then God spoke, "Let the waters swarm with living creatures, and let birds fly above the earth across the sky." And the silence broke. The oceans burst with life. Schools of fish flashed like living jewels. Massive creatures moved through the deep with power and grace. The sea was no longer still. It sang. Then the sky awakened. Wings spread. Feathers filled the air. Birds rose into the sunlight and filled the heavens with sound. The waters swarmed. The skies soared. And God blessed them, saying, "Be fruitful and multiply. Fill the waters. Fill the sky." And God saw that it was good. And the evening and the morning were the fifth day. On the sixth day, the earth still had no creatures on land. The ground was ready, but it was silent. Then God spoke, "Let the earth bring forth living creatures, cattle, wild beasts, and everything that moves upon the ground." And the earth obeyed. The mountains shook with movement. Hooves thundered. Fur waved in the wind. The wild and the tame filled the land, from tiny creatures to mighty beasts, all formed in perfect design. And then God said something no command had ever said before, "Let us make man in our image." So God formed humanity, unique, intentional, and crowned with purpose. He blessed them and gave them dominion over the earth, the land, the sea, the sky. Everything was ready for them. And God saw everything that he had made, and behold, it was very good. And the evening and the morning were the sixth day. On the seventh day, the world rested. The mountains were still. The oceans were calm. Light fell gently over creation like a blessing. And God made the seventh day holy. Why 7 days? Not because God needed time, but because we do. In creation, God was teaching rhythm, a pattern, a way to live. 6 days of building, 1 day of breathing. A world made step by step reminds us that purpose unfolds in order, and that rest is part of the design. On the seventh day, God stopped, not from weakness, but to show that completion is beautiful. The earth became quiet under his peace, a holy pause, a reminder to look at what he made and say, "It is good." And the evening and the morning were the seventh day.